They call it our neighbor, Proxima Centauri. The name itself comes from the Latin word proximus, meaning nearest. It sounds friendly, doesn't it? It sounds like a place you could walk to, a place just across the street. When astronomers talk about it, they use words like right next door or a stone's throw away in cosmic terms. They tell us it is only 4.2 light years from Earth, and your mind hears the number 4 and thinks, that is small, that is manageable. We dream of building ships. We dream of packing our bags, leaving this tired blue world behind, and starting over on a new Earth that orbits a red sun. But tonight, I want you to let go of that dream, because the map is lying to you. In the universe, the word close is the greatest deception of all. There is no bridge to Proxima B. There is no road. There is only a void, so vast, so empty, and so silent that the human mind cannot truly comprehend it. Tonight, we are not going to travel there. Tonight, we are going to face the beautiful melancholic truth that we are trapped here, and that is exactly where we are meant to be. Safe, anchored, home. Let us measure this distance, not in light years, but in human time. Imagine you could get in your car right now. Imagine there is a highway stretching from your doorstep straight up into the sky, past the moon, past Mars, leading directly to Proxima B. You drive at 60 miles per hour. You do not stop for gas. You do not sleep. Do you know how long it would take to arrive? 48 million years. Civilizations would rise and fall. Continents on Earth would drift and crash into each other. The species of humanity would evolve into something unrecognizable. And you would still be driving. You would still be in the dark. Even the fastest object we have ever built, the Parker Solar Probe, a miracle of engineering, screaming through space at 400,000 miles per hour. If we aimed it at Proxima B, it would still take nearly 7,000 years to arrive. 7,000 years of silence. 7,000 years of emptiness. Think of that space. It is not just distance. It is a barrier. It is a wall of time that nature has built to keep us in our cradle. Feel the weight of that distance. Usually we feel trapped by walls, but tonight, let the vastness of space make you feel held. You do not need to go to Proxima B. You do not need to cross the abyss. You are here, on Earth, lying on a surface that supports you. Gravity is holding you down, like a gentle hand pressing on your shoulders, whispering, stay, stay here, rest here. Let your body accept this gravity. The journey to the stars is too long. The void is too cold. But your bed is warm. Your room is safe. Let your ambitious mind, the part of you that always wants to go, to achieve, to reach, let it retire for the night. The universe is too big to conquer. So let us simply float. We are going to look at Proxima B from afar. We are going to drift in our imagination without moving a muscle. Sink deeper now. Let the distance protect you. Let the impossibility of the journey bring you peace. Now, we begin to drift. We leave the comforting blue halo of the Earth behind. We leave the familiar golden warmth of our own sun. We are moving through the velvet corridors of the interstellar void. Darkness. Absolute, pristine darkness. But as we travel across the miles of silence, a new light begins to emerge in the distance. It is not the bright, white, blinding light of home. It is something different, something older, something heavier. Can you see it in your mind's eye? It is a glow, a faint crimson glow pulsating in the southern sky. This is Proxima Centauri. the red dwarf, the red eye that watches from the shadows. Let us float closer to it. Do not be afraid. In this journey of the mind, heat cannot burn you and gravity cannot crush you. You are a ghost, a phantom of thought, drifting towards the warmth. As you approach, the first thing you notice is the color. It is the color of a dying fire. It is the color of embers deep within a hearth, late at night, when the winter wind is howling outside. It is a deep, rich charcoal red, fading into hues of burnt orange and heavy violet at the edges. Unlike our sun, which screams with energy and blinding whiteness, Proxima whispers. It hums. It is a star that does not want to be found. It is a star that prefers the shadows. Imagine the texture of this light. If sunlight feels like a sharp, warm needle on your skin, then the light of Proxima feels like a heavy wool blanket. It is a thick light. It wraps around the planets that orbit it. It wraps around you. It feels somber, melancholic, like a late Sunday afternoon that never ends. There is a profound sadness in this redness, but also a profound peace. It is the peace of something that has stopped fighting. It is the peace of a star that is content to burn slowly, silently, while the rest of the universe rushes by. Breathe in the imagined atmosphere of this red light. Let it fill your lungs. Let the color red seep into your thoughts. Not the red of danger, not the red of anger, but the red of the womb. The red of the blood that pumps slowly through your veins while you sleep. Warm, internal, quiet. Let us look closer at the surface of this star. Proxima Centauri is small. In the grand scale of cosmic giants, it is humble. It is barely larger than the planet Jupiter. If our sun were a basketball, Proxima would be a small cherry. But do not mistake smallness for weakness. Because it is small, it is dense. Because it is small, it is concentrated. Imagine the surface of this red ocean. It is not a smooth sphere of gas. It is a turbulent, living skin of plasma. Convection currents rise and fall like the breathing of a great beast. Can you visualize the slow motion of the plasma? Great bubbles of liquid fire rising from the core, cooling on the surface, and sinking back down into the depths, up and down, up and down. A rhythmic cycle that has continued for billions of years. It creates a sound in the fabric of space, a low-frequency hum, thrum, thrum, a vibration so low that you feel it in your bones rather than hear it with your ears. It is the lullaby of the centaur. Stir. Because Proxima is a red dwarf, the interior of the star is constantly mixing. Our sun keeps its fuel separate, burning its core while the outer layers remain untouched. But Proxima is different. Proxima circulates everything. It creates a continuous flow from the center to the surface. This mixing, this constant churning, is the secret to its immortality. It wastes nothing. It uses every atom of hydrogen it possesses. It is efficient. It is careful. It teaches us the value of conserving our energy. Tonight, you do not need to burn bright like the sun. Tonight, you can be like Proxima. Turn your energy inward. Conserve your thoughts. Recycle your breath. Let the convection currents of your own mind slow down. Rise and fall. Inhale and exhale, just like the slow, red breathing of the star. There is a concept in astronomy that is difficult for the human mind to grasp. It is the concept of deep time, and Proxima Centauri is the master of deep time. Consider our sun again. Our yellow star is middle-aged. It has lived for 4.5 billion years, and it has about 5 billion years left. It is a fleeting spark in the dark history of the universe. But Proxima? Proxima was born in the same cloud, yet its destiny is entirely different, because it burns so slowly, because it sips its fuel with such extreme caution. Proxima will live for 4 trillion years. 4 trillion. Let that number sink into the mattress beneath you. 4 trillion years. That is nearly 1,000 times longer than the current age of the universe. Long after our sun has swelled into a red giant and swallowed the earth, Proxima will still be shining. Long after our sun collapses into a white dwarf and fades into a black lump of coal, Proxima will still be shining. Long after the other stars in the Milky Way have died out, turning the galaxy into a graveyard of ghosts, Proxima will still be there, a lonely, red vigil in the eternal night. Think of the patience required to exist for that long. It is a patience that accepts everything. It accepts the silence. It accepts the darkness. It accepts the solitude. Proxima is not in a rush to reach the end of its life. It savors every second. It stretches time until time itself loses meaning. Why are you rushing? Why are you anxious about tomorrow morning? Compared to the lifespan of the star, your problems are smaller than a single grain of dust. They are microscopic flashes of light that vanish as soon as they appear. Let the ancient nature of Proxima comfort you. The universe is not asking you to solve anything tonight. The universe has time, oceanic amounts of time. You can rest now. You can put down the burden of now and float in the river of forever. The red eye is watching over you, and it has nowhere else to be. It is not going anywhere. It will wait for you to wake up. It will wait for you to sleep. It has trillions of years to simply be. But Proxima is not just a ball of gas. It is a magnet, a powerful spinning magnet suspended in the void. Deep inside the star, the dynamo is turning, generating magnetic field lines that arch out into space like invisible roots. Imagine these magnetic lines. They are like strings of a cosmic harp, stretching out from the red surface, twisting and turning in the darkness. They reach out to the planets orbiting the star. They reach out to Proxima b. They create a connection, an umbilical cord of energy between the mother star and its child planet. Sometimes the star snaps these lines. A flare erupts, a sudden brightening. For a few minutes, the red dwarf becomes fierce. It releases a burst of ultraviolet light. But from where we are, safe in our sleep, this is not violence. This is a light show. Imagine seeing the flare in slow motion, a great arc of plasma lifting off the surface, twisting like a dragon made of fire, and then snapping, releasing a wave of energy that ripples through the solar system. It washes over the rocky surface of Proxima b. It creates auroras that cover the entire planet. Not the small green ribbons we see on Earth, but massive sheets of neon blue and ultraviolet purple, dancing across the entire sky of the alien world, a silent symphony of light. And then, just as quickly as it began, the star settles back down. The red glow returns. The dimness returns. The magnetic field stabilizes. The lullaby resumes. Thrum. It is a heartbeat that skips a beat, then returns to its rhythm. Even in the chaos of a solar flare, there is order. Even in the explosion, there is a return to peace. Your mind is the same. You may have had flares of stress today. You may have had bursts of worry. But that is over now. The flare has passed. The energy has dissipated into the void. You are returning to your baseline. You are returning to the red, dim, steady glow of rest. The magnetic field of sleep is pulling you in. Gentle, invisible, irresistible. Joan Doer. As we conclude our observation of this star, I want you to feel its presence as a guardian. Humanity has always looked up at the stars and felt small. But tonight, do not feel small. Feel protected. Proxima Centauri is the closest star to us. It is our neighbor. It stands at the gate of the deep universe. It is the sentinel. Imagine that Proxima is a lighthouse on the edge of a vast, dark ocean. We are on the shore, safe in our homes. But Proxima is out there, amidst the waves of the interstellar medium, holding the light. It keeps the darkness at bay. It proves that even in the coldest, emptiest parts of existence, there is warmth. There is energy. There is a heartbeat. Stunna. You are connected to this star. Every atom in your body was forged in a star like this one. You are made of the same plasma. You are made of the same dust. The iron in your blood is the same iron that spins in the core of that red dwarf. You are not looking at a stranger. You are looking at a distant ancestor. You are looking at a part of yourself that has been sleeping in the sky for eons. Let the image of the red eye fade now. Let it blur at the edges. The charcoal red turns to a soft fuzzy gray. The thrumming sound becomes a whisper. The heat becomes a gentle blanket tucked under your chin. You are leaving the star behind, but you are taking its patience with you. You are taking its slowness with you. You are taking its silence with you, drifting away from the heat, back into the cool, soothing embrace of the space between worlds, floating towards the planet that waits for us. Proxima Bay, the shadow world, the world of eternal twilight, ready to receive your dreams. Joan 3. We have looked at the star. We have felt its red warmth in our minds. But now, we must turn our attention to the space between us. There is a law in this universe. It is an ancient law, older than the mountains, older than the seas, older than the stars themselves. It is the law of the speed of light. In this, we are taught to think of light as something fast, the fastest thing in existence. In the blink of an eye, it circles the earth 7 times. It feels instantaneous. But out here, in the deep, crushing blackness between the stars, light is not fast. Light is a slow, crawling messenger. Think about the photons leaving Proxima Centauri. They travel at the absolute limit of the universe. Nothing can go faster. And yet, it takes them 4 years and 2 months to reach our eyes. 4 years of traveling through the desert of nothingness. 4 years of silence. If light, the fastest entity in creation, takes that long, imagine how slow we are. We are made of matter. We are made of meat and bone and metal. We are heavy. And in this universe, heaviness is an anchor. The speed limit is not just a number. It is a wall, an invisible glass wall that surrounds our solar system. We can look through it. We can see the red glow of Proxima on the other side, but we cannot break through it. So, usually when we face a wall, we feel frustrated. We want to climb it. We want to break it down. But tonight, I want you to feel differently about this wall. I want you to see it as a form of protection. Think of a crib. A crib has high walls, not to punish the child, but to keep the child safe. To keep the child from wandering off into the dark house where dangers lie. The speed of light is our crib. Physics is the high wall that keeps humanity tucked in. It keeps us from getting lost in the infinite. It keeps us home. Feel the comfort of that limitation. You do not have to go anywhere. You cannot go anywhere. The universe has locked the doors for the night, and that means you are allowed to rest. Let us imagine for a moment that we tried to leave. Let us imagine the physics of the journey. To cross the void to Proxima B, we would need a ship, but not just any ship, a vessel of immense power. And here, we meet another guardian of the universe, the rocket equation. It is a simple rule, but it is unyielding. To move forward, you must push something back. To go faster, you need fuel, but fuel has weight. And to carry that fuel, you need more fuel. And to carry that fuel, you need even more fuel. It is a spiral of weight, a spiral of heaviness. Imagine the ship growing larger and larger, heavier and heavier. Layers of metal, tanks of liquid hydrogen, shields of lead to protect against the cosmic rays. The ship becomes a mountain of steel floating in the void. Feel the mass of it. Gigantic, cumbersome, slow, still. This heaviness is a reflection of your own body right now. Feel your limbs, feel your legs, feel your arms. Are they not like the hull of that great ship? Heavy, sinking into the mattress. Too heavy to lift, too heavy to move. The laws of physics are pressing down on you. Gravity is pulling on every muscle, every bone, telling you that movement requires too much energy. Why fight the gravity? Why fight the mass? The rocket is too heavy to launch. Your body is too heavy to rise. Accept the weight. Let the fuel tanks drain. Let the engines go cold. There is a profound relief in realizing that you are grounded. You are not going to space tonight. You are staying right here, anchored by the gentle, heavy hand of nature. But there is more to this cage than just speed and weight. There is time. Einstein taught us that time is not a straight line. Time is a river, and the faster you move, the stranger the river flows. If we somehow built a ship that could travel near the speed of light, something strange would happen. Time on the ship would slow down. For the travelers, the journey to Proxima might take only a few years, but back on Earth, outside the ship, decades would pass, centuries would pass. Toijo, this is the time dilation. It acts like a barrier of memory. If you left for Proxima B tonight and you came back, everyone you know would be gone. The world you knew would be dust. You would be a ghost returning to a graveyard. This is why the distance is insurmountable. It is not just distance in space. It is distance in time. To travel to the stars is to say goodbye to the present moment forever. Think about this separation. It creates a solitude so deep that it creates silence in the mind. The universe is designed to keep worlds apart. Proxima B has its own time. Earth has its own time. They do not touch. They drift in their own separate bubbles of reality, just as you are in your own bubble right now. The world outside your room is moving at its own pace. The traffic, the cities, the internet, they are rushing forward. But in here, in your room, in your mind, time has dilated. Time has slowed down. You are in your own personal relativity. The seconds are stretching out, longer, slower. The ticking of the clock is not a countdown. It is a rhythm, a slow pulse, separating you from the busy world outside. You are safe inside your own timeline, isolated, protected, drifting. We often fear the void. We look at the black space between Earth and Proxima, and we call it empty. We call it cold. But let us reframe this. Let us use the reverse thinking. What if the void is not emptiness? What if it is insulation? Think of your house in the winter. You have walls filled with foam. You have double-glazed windows. These layers exist to keep the cold out and the warmth in. They exist to block the noise of the storm. The 4.2 light-years of space between us and Proxima, that is the insulation of our solar system. It is a thick velvet layer of padding. It muffles the noise of the galaxy. Out there, stars are exploding. Black holes are colliding. Galaxies are crashing into each other. The universe is a violent, noisy, chaotic place. But here, on Earth, it is relatively quiet. Why? Because the distance protects us. The void swallows the noise. The void absorbs the shock waves. Imagine wrapping yourself in that void now. Imagine pulling the darkness of space around your shoulders like a heavy quilt. It is thick. It is soundproof. It blocks out the worries of the day. It blocks out the noise of tomorrow. Nothing can cross that distance to disturb you. You are in the center of a vast, silent sanctuary. The physics of the universe have built a fortress of solitude around our little blue planet. And tonight, that fortress is around your bed. Silence, stillness, the deep, muffled comfort of being millions of miles away from everything. So we accept the cage. We stop rattling the bars. We stop looking for the key. We realize that the door is locked from the outside. And that is a good thing. We are earthbound. We are creatures of the soil, not creatures of the void. There is a special kind of relaxation called surrender. It is the moment you stop swimming against the current and let the water carry you. Tonight, we surrender to the physics. We surrender to the fact that we are small. We surrender to the fact that we are slow. We surrender to the fact that we are stuck. Feel the earth beneath you. It is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, but to you, it feels perfectly still. It is carrying you through the dark, so you don't have to walk. You are a passenger on a ship that has no destination. It is just circling the sun, round and round, a gentle eternal carousel. There is nowhere else you need to be. Proxima B is too far. The moon is too cold. Mars is too dry. Here, right here, is the only place in the universe that was made for you. The gravity matches your blood pressure. The air matches your lungs. The darkness matches your sleep. And let the cage of physics close around you. Feel the walls. They are not prison bars. They are the arms of a mother holding her child. You are safe, the universe whispers. You do not need to fly. You do not need to travel. Just stay. Just sleep. Sink into that certainty. The laws of nature are holding you down, and they will not let you go. Let us drift away from the earth now. Let us imagine that we did leave. We built the ship, not a rocket that screams with fire, but a vast, floating city, a generation ship designed to travel for thousands of years, designed to carry humanity across the great silence. Certain. Imagine you are on this ship right now, but you are not the one who launched it. You did not see the earth recede into a blue dot. You were born here. You are the 10th generation, or the 20th, or the 50th. You have never seen the sun. You have never felt rain. You have never stood on open ground. To you, the universe is metal. The universe is corridors of white ceramic and soft, humming lights. Close your eyes and visualize the space. It is a long cylindrical world, rotating slowly to create gravity. It is a world of perfect order. There are no seasons here, no winter storms, no scorching summers, only the constant regulated temperature of 21 degrees Celsius. Always comfortable, always the same. See, listen to the sound of the ship. It is the only sound you have ever known. A deep background resonance. Thrum. It is the sound of the air recyclers pushing oxygen through the vents. It is the sound of the water purification systems trickling in the walls. It is the sound of the magnetic shields deflecting cosmic dust. It is a white noise that never ends. It wraps around you like a cocoon. On Earth, silence can be frightening. But here, the hum is life. The hum is safety. Let that mechanical hum vibrate in your mind now. Steady, unchanging, reliable. You are inside the belly of a great whale, swimming through an ocean of stars. In this ship, there are no windows. Why would you need them? Outside, there is nothing to see, only the crushing blackness of the void. The stars are frozen dots that do not move. So we live inside. We live in the soft, artificial glow of the ship's interior. Your cabin is small, but it is cozy. It is designed for rest. The walls are padded with acoustic foam to absorb every sound. The bed is molded to your body. There is no clutter here. On a generation ship, everything has a place. Everything has a purpose. There is no chaos. There is no unpredictability. Think about how relaxing that is, to live in a world where nothing unexpected ever happens. Tomorrow will be exactly like today, and today is exactly like yesterday. There are no surprises waiting for you. There is no news from the outside world, because there is no outside world. You are cut off from history. You are floating in a bubble of now. Feel the relief of that isolation. You do not need to worry about politics. You do not need to worry about the economy. You do not need to worry about wars or weather. Those things belong to the planets, and you are not on a planet. You are in the void. You are safe in the womb of the machine. The only thing that matters is the rhythm of your breathing. In and out, matching the rhythm of the air circulators. In and out. Even on a ship of metal, there is life. Let us walk down the long, curved corridor to the center of the vessel. Here, we find the hydroponic gardens. This is the heart of the ship. Rows and rows of green plants growing under purple grow lights, ferns, mosses, algae tanks glowing with a soft bioluminescence. The air here is different. It is thick with moisture. It smells of damp earth and crushed leaves. It is a heavy, tropical smell that makes your eyelids heavy. Imagine walking through these gardens. You are barefoot on the smooth, warm metal floor. You can hear the gentle dripping of nutrient water. Drip, 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 feeding the roots, sustaining life in the middle of emptiness. Feast. The plants do not know they are in space. They do not know they are millions of miles from the nearest sun. They simply grow. They unfurl their leaves. They drink the water. They sleep. They are content. You sit down on a bench near a tank of water. You watch the algae drift, slow green swirls moving in the liquid. It is hypnotic. The light here is dim, mimicking the twilight of a forest floor. You feel a deep kinship with these plants. You are both travelers. You are both seeds floating in the wind of the galaxy, waiting to land. But the landing is thousands of years away. So for now, you just grow. You just exist. There is no rush to bloom. There is endless time. On the bridge of the ship, there is a screen. It shows the view forward, but the view never changes. Proxima Centauri is still just a red dot in the distance. It does not get bigger. Not today. Not next year. Not in your lifetime. The journey is so long that motion becomes an illusion. We are moving at thousands of miles per hour, yet we appear to be standing still. See, this is the paradox of the generation ship. Movement without motion, progress without change. It teaches us a profound lesson about patience. We are trained to look for results. We want to see the destination getting closer. But on this ship, you must learn to love the journey itself. You must learn to love the stillness. Imagine sitting in the captain's chair watching the stars. They are like diamonds glued to black velvet, fixed, eternal. You watch them for hours, and they do not blink. Your eyes begin to lose focus. The blackness of space begins to merge with the blackness behind your eyelids. The screen becomes a mirror. You are looking into the void, and the void is looking into you. It is not scary. It is empty, and emptiness is the perfect place for sleep. Empty your mind like the space on the screen. No thoughts, no stars, just the vast, smooth, endless dark. But perhaps you are not awake on this ship. Perhaps you are one of the sleepers. Let us go deeper into the vessel, down to the lower decks. Here the air is colder. Here the lights are blue and dim. Rows of pods line the walls. Thousands of them. Inside each pod is a human being, suspended in ice, frozen in time. See? You are one of them. Visualize yourself climbing into the pod. The bed is soft gel, conforming to your spine. The glass lid lowers slowly. Hiss. The seal locks. The world outside is muffled. Then the cold gas fills the chamber. It is not a painful cold. It is a numbing cold. It starts at your toes, then your legs, then your hands. Every muscle relaxes. Every nerve goes quiet. Your heartbeat slows down. Thump. Wait. Thump. Wait. Thump. Once a minute, then once an hour. You are no longer aging. You are no longer waiting. You have stepped out of the river of time. You are a stone at the bottom of the river, letting the water flow over you. The ship will take care of everything. The computer will guide the path. The engines will keep pushing. You do not need to do anything. Your only job is to sleep for 100 years, to sleep until the red light of Proxima wakes you up. But that is far away. That is eons away. For now, there is only the blue light, the cold gel, and the long dreamless drift. Drifting, drifting, safe in the metal shell, flying through the dark. We step off the ship now. We leave the metal hull behind. We leave the humming machines behind. We drift out into the space between. Scientists call this the interstellar medium. But let us call it by its true name, the Great Silence. Imagine a place where there is nothing to touch, nothing to bump into, nothing to disturb you. On Earth, the air is thick. It is full of pollen, dust, wind, and noise. The air is always pushing against you. But here, the space is pure. It is the cleanest place in existence. In a cubic meter of this space, there are only a few lonely atoms of hydrogen. Everything else is empty. Visualize yourself floating in this medium. It is not like water. Water has weight. Water presses on your chest. This is lighter than air, lighter than thought. It offers no resistance. You are weightless in the truest sense of the word. Your body unfolds. Your spine elongates. The tension in your shoulders dissolves because there is no gravity pulling them down. You are simply a point of consciousness, suspended in the velvet dark. There is no up. There is no down. There is no floor to fall onto. You are perfectly held by the nothingness. It is a cushion of vacuum, soft, endless, embracing you from every direction at once. In this silence, we find the ultimate relaxation. Think of how much energy you spend every day just moving, walking against gravity, pushing against the air, lifting things. Life on Earth is friction, but here, in the void, there is no friction. Listen, Newton's first law describes this place perfectly. An object in motion stays in motion. If you were to push yourself gently, you would glide forever. You would never slow down. You would never get tired. Imagine that feeling of effortless gliding, like an ice skater on an infinite lake of smooth black ice. But you don't even need to move your legs. You just drift. Stir. This is the state of your mind tonight. You do not need to push your thoughts. You do not need to force yourself to sleep. You just need to stop steering. Take your hands off the wheel. Let the momentum carry you. You are drifting towards Proxima Centauri on a river of silence. It is the laziest river in the universe. It requires zero effort, zero struggle. Just surrender to the glide. Smooth, steady, forever. And now listen. Really listen. What do you hear? On Earth, there is always noise. Even in a quiet room, there is the hum of electricity, the sound of traffic in the distance, the beating of your own heart. Sound travels through air. It needs a medium to vibrate. But out here, there is no air. There are no molecules to carry the sound waves. The great silence is absolute. It is the only true library in the cosmos. So, if a star exploded 1,000,000 miles away, you would see the light, but you would hear nothing. If two planets crashed into each other, it would be a silent film. This silence is not lonely. It is heavy. It is thick. It wraps around your ears like soft cotton. It enters your mind and wipes away the noise of the day. The conversations you had? Gone. The music you heard? Gone. The worries that scream in your head? They have no voice here. They open their mouths, but no sound comes out. The vacuum swallows it all. Thus, let your mind sink into this mute world. It is a relief, isn't it, to be in a place where no one can speak to you, where no phone can ring, where no notification can beep. The silence creates a barrier that nothing can cross. You are unreachable. You are in the sanctuary of the void. Enjoy the hush, the deep, ancient hush of the gap between worlds. In this silence, there is also cold, but do not think of the shivering cold of a winter wind. Think of the stillness of a stone. The temperature here is 2.7 Kelvin, just a breath above absolute zero. Absolute zero is the point where atoms stop moving, where vibration ceases, where chaos ends. Listen, imagine this cold as a soothing balm for a feverish mind. Your brain is hot with thoughts, hot with processing, hot with anxiety. The void is a great coolant. Visualize the darkness drawing the heat out of your forehead, drawing the heat out of your eyes, cooling the synapses, slowing down the electrical impulses. Son, the atoms in your body are syncing with the universe, slowing down, slower, slower, until they are barely vibrating. You are becoming a statue of peace, frozen in a moment of perfect rest. The cold feels clean. It feels pure. It feels like the refreshing side of the pillow, but for your entire soul. Let the freeze take over. Let the stillness set in. As we drift deeper into the great silence, the boundaries begin to blur. Where do you end? And where does the space begin? In the dark, you cannot see your hands. You cannot see your feet. You are losing your shape. You are no longer a person lying in a bed. You are expanding. You are dissolving into the blackness. You are becoming the space itself. You are the silence. You are the distance. You are the drift. There is no you left to worry. There is only the vast, empty peace. This is the ultimate freedom. To be nothing, to be nowhere, to be no one, just a ripple in the fabric of the night, floating towards a red star that is 4 light years away. But you are in no rush to arrive. The space between is so comfortable, so quiet, so still. Rest here in the nothingness. Float here in the gap. The silence is holding you. The silence is you. Time is not a clock on the wall. Time is a river, and rivers can change their speed. On Earth, the river flows fast. It rushes over rocks. It crashes down waterfalls. It is noisy and chaotic. But out here, on the journey to the stars, the river widens. It becomes deep. It becomes still. We are entering the realm of time dilation. So, Einstein taught us that the faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. Imagine that our ship is moving so fast that it is catching up with the ticking of the clock. We are stretching the seconds. A single second here is not a quick tick-tock. A single second here stretches out like a long, thin string of golden honey. It drips slowly, dropping into the pool of eternity. Feel this stretching sensation in your own body. Usually your mind is racing to catch up with the future. You are thinking about the next minute, the next hour, the next day. But in this dilated space, the future is getting further away. You cannot reach it, and you don't need to. The now is expanding. The present moment is growing larger and larger until it swallows everything else. There is no tomorrow here. There is only this long, deep moment resting in the center of the stretched time. Imagine that the air around you has turned into amber, warm, transparent, fossilized tree resin. You are encased in it, but it is not trapping you in a bad way. It is preserving you. In amber, nothing changes. An insect trapped in amber stays perfect for millions of years. It does not age. It does not decay. It does not worry. Spool. Time dilation is your amber. It protects you from the aging of the world. Back on Earth, seasons are changing rapidly. Leaves are falling. Snow is melting. People are rushing to work. But inside your bubble of dilated time, everything has paused. The movement of the universe has slowed down to a standstill. Visualize your breath moving through this amber. It takes a long time to inhale. The air moves slowly into your lungs. It takes a long time to exhale. The air leaves your body in slow motion. Even your heartbeat has slowed down to match this thick, viscous reality. Thump. Long pause. Thump. There is no rush to beat again. The heart rests between the beats. The silence between the beats is where the magic happens. That is where you sleep, in the gap, in the pause, in the amber. Let us look back at where we came from. Because of the time dilation, looking back at Earth is like looking into a history book. The light we see from Earth is old light. The radio signals we receive are old news. By the time a message reaches us, the problem it talks about has already been solved. The crisis is already over. The panic has already faded. So, think about how liberating that is. Nothing that happens on Earth matters to you anymore, because it is all in the past. You are ahead of it. You are beyond it. You are unreachable by the urgency of the present. So, disconnect from the timeline of humanity. Let them run their race. Let them chase their clocks. You have stepped off the track. You are floating above the timeline, watching it unspool like a ribbon far below you. You are a time traveler who has decided to stop traveling. You have parked your consciousness in the quiet zone. The problems of yesterday cannot touch you. The problems of tomorrow cannot find you. You are hidden in the fold of time. Proxima Centauri is 4.2 light years away. But what is a year? A year is just the Earth going around the Sun one time. But out here, there is no sun to go around. There are no birthdays. There are no anniversaries. There are no deadlines. The concept of year dissolves into meaninglessness. We are learning the physics of patience. Patience is not about waiting. Waiting implies you want to be somewhere else. Patience is about being exactly where you are and being okay with it. The universe is patient. It took billions of years to form the stars. It took millions of years to form the mountains. It does not check its watch. Absorb that cosmic patience into your bones. Your bones are heavy with stardust. They know how to wait. Your mind is the only part of you that is impatient. Tell your mind, we have time. We have all the time in the world. In fact, we have more time than the world. We have the dilated, infinite time of the void. Let the urgency melt away like ice in warm water. There is nothing you need to do right now. There is nothing you need to solve. The equation is balanced. Time is zero. As we drift deeper into this dilated state, the sensation of duration disappears. 5 minutes feels like an hour. An hour feels like a second. It is the dream state. In a dream, time is fluid. You can live a whole lifetime in a single night. We are approaching the event horizon of sleep, the point of no return, where the pull of the dream is stronger than the pull of the waking world. As you cross this horizon, time stops completely. You are suspended in the eternal present. Just you and the dark and the comfort float in this suspension like a feather falling in a vacuum chamber, falling but never hitting the ground, falling forever in a loop of relaxation. The clock has stopped ticking. The sand in the hourglass has stopped falling. Everything is still. Everything is frozen in peace. You are safe in the slow lane of the universe. Sleep is the only destination, and you're already there. We have arrived. Through the mists of the void, the planet emerges. Proxima Centauri Bay, it does not look like Earth. Earth is a spinning marble of blue and white, changing every hour. But this world is an eye, a giant, unblinking eye staring into the dark. Spores. This planet is tidally locked. Gravity has grasped it so tightly that it can no longer spin freely. It faces its star with only one side. Forever, one side is the day side, a blistering desert of rock, baked by the red sun for billions of years. The other side is the night side, an empire of eternal ice, shrouded in darkness that has never known a dawn. But we are not going to the fire, and we are not going to the ice. We are descending towards the thin ribbon between them, the twilight zone, the terminator line. Look at it from above. It is a ring of soft purple and amber light encircling the planet. It is the land of the permanent evening. This is where we will land. This is where we will rest, in the balance between extremes, in the perfect equilibrium of the dusk. Doi jaila, bangat ku saudau cham wak swang dong, gyunguyen suta pasunta, kong tem, kong bot, kong dien gyai. Feel the landing. Not a crash, but a gentle settling, like a leaf falling onto moss. You are standing on the surface now. The gravity is slightly heavier than Earth, pulling you down, grounding you firmly to the soil. Look at the horizon. There it is, the Red Dwarf. It sits low in the sky, huge and swollen. It looks 3 times larger than our sun looks from Earth, but it is not hurting your eyes. It is dim enough to look at directly. Listen. On Earth, you watch the sunset, and you feel a sense of urgency. You know the light is fading. You know darkness is coming. But here, the miracle happens. You wait for the sun to go down, but it does not move. You wait for an hour. You wait for a day. You wait for a year. The red sun stays exactly where it is, pinned to the horizon, casting a long, beautiful road of red light across the landscape. Ski. This is the eternal twilight. Imagine the peace of that moment right before nightfall. That magical hour when the world goes quiet and the sky turns purple. Now imagine that moment lasting forever. It never gets darker. It never gets brighter. The mood is frozen in a state of perpetual calm. You can sit here and watch the sunset for 1,000 years. There is no end to the beauty. There is no end to the peace. Let us look at the colors around you. Because the star is red, everything here is bathed in a warm sepia tone. It is like walking inside an old photograph. The rocks are not grey. They are deep russet and copper. The sky is not blue. Without the bright yellow sunlight to scatter, the sky is a gradient. Directly above you, it is a deep bruised violet, fading into the black of space. Towards the horizon, it turns into burnt orange, then crimson, then a soft, glowing pink near the star. See, it is a heavy atmosphere. The colors are rich and saturated. They feel velvety to the eyes. On Earth, blue light wakes us up. It tells our brain to be alert. But here, there is no blue light. There is only red and infrared. This is the spectrum of sleep. The light itself is a sedative. It tells your brain that the day is done. It triggers the melatonin. It invites the drowsiness. Bathe in this rosy light. Let it soak into your skin. Let it turn your thoughts into slow, warm honey. Everything looks softer here. The edges are blurred. The shadows are gentle. Look at your shadow on the ground. On Earth, your shadow is a restless traveler. It moves from west to east. It grows short at noon and long at evening. But here, your shadow is your anchor. It stretches out behind you long and thin, reaching towards the night side. And it stays there. It does not shift. It does not waver. Us. Look at the shadows of the rocks, the shadows of the hills. They are painted onto the ground like permanent ink. The stillness creates a profound sense of stability in a world where even the shadows do not move. You feel that nothing can shake you. The environment is not changing. There are no surprises waiting in the dark. Everything is revealed. Everything is fixed. Stir. If you built a house here, the light would come through the window at the exact same angle every single moment of your life. You would always have the warm glow on your table. You would never need to turn on a lamp. You would never need to close the curtains. The world is a perfectly lit room designed for your comfort. Rest in this consistency. The universe is holding its breath, and in this long exhale, you find your sanctuary. There is wind here, but it is not like the storms of Earth, because the temperature difference between the day side and night side is constant. The wind is constant. It is a steady breeze flowing from the cold side to the warm side. It never gusts. It never howls. It just flows like a river of air. Stofos. Turn your face to the breeze. It is cool, carrying the chill of the eternal ice. But the red sun warms your back. You are standing in the perfect mix of fire and ice, warmth and coolness, yin and yang. So, listen to the sound of this wind, a low, continuous whoosh. It acts as a natural white noise machine for the entire planet. It covers up any other sound. It smooths out the silence. Let this steady wind blow through your mind. Let it carry away the dust of your thoughts. Let it erode the worries, just as it erodes the stones. Slowly, gently, over millions of years, you are part of the landscape now, a statue standing in the eternal sunset, watching the red eye, feeling the cool breeze, drifting into the stillness of the twilight. Let us step away from the rocks and walk towards the valley. Here we find life, but it is not life as you know it. On Earth, nature is green. It is bright. It is vibrant. Because our sun is powerful, plants can afford to be picky. They reject the green light. They bounce it back to our eyes. But here, under the dim red gaze of Proxima, light is precious. Light is food, and nothing can be wasted. The plants here cannot afford to be green. They must be hungry. They must be greedy for photons. They must absorb everything. So they are black. Look at them. A vast forest stretching out before you, painted in the deepest shades of obsidian, charcoal, and midnight purple. See, it is a strange sight, but do not recoil. There is a profound beauty in this darkness. Think of black velvet. Think of a dark room. Think of closing your eyes. Black is the color of rest. Black is the color of absorption. These plants are not reflecting the world. They are drinking it in. They are soaking up the red light like sponges soaking up water. Imagine standing in the middle of this black garden. It feels like the forest is hugging you. Because the leaves are dark, they do not glare. They do not shine. They swallow the light. They create a natural sanctuary of shadow, a place where your eyes can finally relax completely. There is no glare here, only the soft, matte texture of the dark. Let us look closely at the leaves. They are not small and fluttering like the leaves on Earth. To catch the weak light of a red dwarf, leaves must be big. They are gigantic. Imagine wide, heart-shaped fans, larger than a human being. They are thick. They are waxy. They face the horizon like solar panels, locked in a permanent gaze towards the red sun. Touch one of them in your mind. It feels cool, smooth, heavy. It does not rustle in the wind because it is too thick. It stands rigid, firm, silent. Walking through this forest is like walking through a sculpture gallery. The trees are not tall and spindly. They are short and stout, crouching against the gravity. They look like ancient guardians cloaked in black robes. They have been standing here for eons, waiting, absorbing, growing, but so slowly that it looks like sleep. The metabolism of this forest is sluggish. On Earth, life rushes. Here, life crawls. A single leaf might take 100 years to unfurl. Why rush? The sun never sets. The light never changes. There is no winter coming to kill you. There's only the eternal now. Feel that slowness entering your own body. Be like the black plant. Root yourself. Stop moving. Just absorb the peace. So, look down at your feet. The ground is not bare. It is covered in a carpet of moss. But it is not green moss. It is indigo, deep dark blue-violet. It feels like a thick memory foam mattress under your feet. Hunters. Every step you take is silent. The moss absorbs the sound of your footsteps. It cushions you. Lie down on it. Visualize yourself lying on this soft, dark bed of alien moss. It conforms to the shape of your spine. It supports your weight. It feels cool against your skin. A perfect contrast to the warm red light on your face. You are sandwiched between the comfort of the ground and the warmth of the sky. Surrounded by the silent black trees, the colors of this world are a lullaby for your optic nerve. Red, black, indigo, violet, these are the colors of the night. Even though it is technically day on this side of the planet, the mood is midnight. The forest is singing a song of sleep without making a sound. If you look very closely at the black leaves, you can see a secret. Backlit by the red sun, the veins of the plants glow. They run through the black tissue like rivers of lava. Crimson lines, pumping nutrients, pumping life. It is a reminder that even in stillness, there is life. Your body is the same. You are lying still in your bed. You are heavy. You are dark. But inside, your heart is beating. Your blood is flowing. Your cells are repairing themselves. You do not need to direct this traffic. Nature takes care of it. The black garden does not try to grow. It just grows. You do not try to sleep. You just allow the sleep to happen. Trust your biology. Trust the automatic systems. Let the red veins carry the energy. You are free to drift away. This forest is a master of absorption. It absorbs light. It absorbs heat. But tonight, imagine it can absorb your thoughts too. Imagine that every worry in your head is a beam of bright, harsh light. It is blinding you. It is keeping you awake. Now send that light into the black forest. Visualize the thought leaving your forehead and hitting the black leaves. Does it bounce back? No. The leaf swallows it. The thought disappears into the darkness of the plant. It is gone, neutralized, converted into silence. Send another worry out. Watch it vanish into the indigo moss. Send your stress out. Watch it being absorbed by the thick, waxy canopy. The forest is infinite. It can handle all of your noise. It drinks it up and gives nothing back but quiet. Your mind is becoming darker, cleaner, empty. just like the black garden, resting under the red eye, perfectly still, perfectly safe, resting in the black garden under the red sky. You feel a change. The air grows electrically charged. The hair on your arm stands up slightly. Something is happening above. Sees? Proxima Centauri, the red eye, is waking up. Deep inside its core, magnetic lines are twisting, snapping, reconnecting. Suddenly the star brightens. For a brief moment, the red ember turns white. It releases a breath of pure energy, a solar flare. On Earth, this sounds dangerous, but here, in the safety of your dream, distance is your shield. You are merely a witness. You watch the wave of energy leave the star. It travels across the void, invisible, silent, rushing towards the planet like a cosmic wind. Insist, do not fear the wind. Proxima b has a guardian. Deep beneath your feet, the planet's core is spinning. It creates a magnetic bubble, a force field. You are inside this bubble. You are safe inside the glass castle. The storm is outside. You are inside, and when the storm hits the glass, it paints. The moment the solar wind hits the atmosphere, the magic begins. On Earth, we see auroras only at the North or South Pole. But here, the magnetic field is different. The atmosphere is different. The aurora does not stay at the poles. It spills over the entire planet. Look up. The red sky is suddenly torn open by ribbons of light. Neon blue, electric green, ultraviolet violet. Sperm. They are not static. They are alive. They ripple across the heavens like great curtains of silk blowing in a slow wind. Imagine a river of glowing ink flowing upside down above your head. It twists. It turns. It folds upon itself. The colors mix and separate. Blue bleeding into purple. Purple fading into white. It is the most spectacular light show in the galaxy, and it is playing just for you. So, the red landscape below is now illuminated by this ghostly blue light. The black plants reflect the neon glow. The world transforms from a warm, sepia photograph into a cool, cybernetic dream. It is surreal. It is hypnotic. Your eyes follow the waves of light, left to right, left to right, like a pendulum swinging in the sky. If you listen very closely, beyond the silence, you can almost hear the lights dancing. It is not a sound you hear with your ears. It is a sound you feel in your teeth, in your bones. A faint crackle, a low hiss, like static electricity on a wool sweater. Stir, snap, crackle. Shh. It is the sound of the universe breathing. It is the sound of atoms colliding high in the atmosphere, sacrificing themselves to create light. This white noise is soothing. It scrubs the mind clean. Focus on the movement. See how the curtains of light descend towards the horizon. They look like waterfalls of plasma, falling, but never hitting the ground, falling and vanishing into the air. Asa. The movement is slow, graceful. There is no violence in it. It is a ballet of physics. Let your breath sink with the undulation of the aurora. Breathe in as the light brightens. Breathe out as the light fades. In, out. You are connected to the magnetic rhythm of the star. Imagine that these lights are not just in the sky. Imagine they are descending. They form a blanket of shimmering color, and they are tucking you in. Listen. The blue light feels cool on your forehead. The violet light feels heavy on your eyelids. The green light relaxes your chest. You are wrapped in the magnetosphere. You are swaddled in the solar wind. There is no place on Earth like this. On Earth, the night is dark. Here the night is a canvas. You are lying under a kaleidoscope that turns slowly, rearranging the patterns of your dreams. The patterns are complex, but they don't require you to solve them. You just watch them flow, flowing, drifting, melting. Your thoughts are melting with them. The logic of the day is dissolving into the abstract colors of the night. Slowly, very slowly, the energy begins to dissipate. The flare has passed. The storm is over. The great curtains of light begin to thin out. The neon blue fades back into deep indigo. The electric green softens into a faint emerald mist. The sky is returning to its natural state. The red eye reclaims its throne. The warm amber glow begins to seep back into the world. The show is ending, and with the end of the show comes a deeper level of silence. The crackling stops. The visual noise quiets down. What is left is a profound sense of exhaustion. The good kind of exhaustion. The feeling you get after watching something magnificent. Your eyes are tired of seeing. Your brain is tired of processing colors. It is time to close the curtains. It is time to turn off the lights. Stun. The black plant stands still again. The indigo moss is quiet again. You are alone again, but you are filled with the memory of the light. You are glowing from the inside. Safe, heavy, ready to sink. We leave the black garden now. We leave the comfort of the twilight zone. It is time to travel further, to the other side of the world. We walk towards the horizon, away from the red sun. As we walk, the light begins to fail. The warm amber fades to a dull brown, then a deep gray, then nothing. Still, we have crossed the terminator line. We have entered the night side of Proxima B. Here, the red star is hidden behind the curve of the planet. It never rises. This is the land of eternal night. Feel the change in the air. The warm breeze stops. The air becomes still, crystal clear, and sharp. You are stepping into a cathedral of ice. Do not be afraid of the dark. Think of this darkness as a heavy velvet curtain that has finally been pulled shut. The show is over. The day is done. There is nothing left to see, and that is a relief. Your eyes can finally stop working. Your optic nerve can finally disconnect. You are walking into the void of peace. Under your feet, the soft moss gives way to something harder, something smooth, ice. But this is not the slushy ice of Earth. This is exotic ice, hard as diamond, ancient as the rock beneath it. Imagine a landscape of glaciers stretching out forever in the dark, miles of frozen water, locking away the secrets of the planet. Without the sun to melt them, these glaciers do not move. They do not crack. They are perfectly silent statues of water. See, visualize yourself gliding over the smooth surface. The friction is gone. You are sliding effortlessly into the dark. The ice reflects the faint starlight from above, creating a dim, ghostly shimmer on the ground. It is beautiful in a stark, minimalist way. Clean, sterile, empty. This landscape demands nothing from you. It does not ask you to grow. It does not ask you to change. It only asks you to be still, to be frozen in time, just like the glaciers. In this deep cold, everything slows down. Heat is energy. Heat is chaos. But cold is order. As the temperature drops, the atoms align. They form perfect crystalline structures. Imagine your mind is like a pool of water. All day, it has been rippling, splashing, storming. But here, on the night side, the temperature is dropping. Visualize the edges of your mind beginning to freeze. The ripples are turning into ice. The thoughts are moving slower and slower until they stop mid-motion. They are locked in place. A worry tries to surface, but it freezes before it can form. A memory tries to rise, but it is trapped under the glass sheet of the surface. Your mind is becoming a solid block of crystal, perfectly clear, perfectly still. Nothing can disturb it. The wind cannot ruffle a frozen lake. The noise cannot penetrate a wall of ice. You are solidifying into a state of pure rest, secure, unbreakable. Doi jaila bangat kau saudau chamwak swangdong. Junguyen sutapasta, hong them, hong bot, hong dien gyai. It is cold here, but you are not cold. You are wearing a suit of warmth. Imagine that you are wrapped in the thickest, heaviest duvet in existence. You are lying down on the ice, but you are insulated. Azmi, the cold of the planet presses against the outside of your blanket. It adds weight. It feels like the darkness itself is pressing down on you. 5 blankets, 10 blankets, 100 blankets of night. The weight is comforting. It pins your shoulders to the mattress. It pins your legs to the sheets. You could not move if you wanted to, and you don't want to. It feels so good to be heavy, to be unable to lift a finger, to surrender your muscles to the gravity of the dark side. Sink into the ice. Let the cold preserve you. Let the heavy darkness hold you down. There are animals on Earth that know the secret of the cold. Bears, frogs, bats. When the winter comes, they do not fight it. They do not try to stay awake. They lower their heart rates. They slow their breathing until it is almost imperceptible. They enter hibernation. See, tonight, on the dark side of Proxima b, you are entering hibernation. You are shutting down the systems. Turn off the engine room. Dim the lights in the control tower. Disconnect the sensors. Hasta. You are going into a sleep so deep that it feels like a little death, a pause in existence. You will wake up when the sun rises. But remember, on this side of the planet, the sun never rises. So you can sleep forever, or at least it feels like forever, drifting in the black ice, suspended in the cryostasis of the mind. No dreams, no time, just the endless soothing freeze. We have traveled far tonight. In our minds, we have walked the black forests. We have slid across the night ice. We have bathed in the red twilight. But now, the dream begins to fade. We must face the truth we started with, the sad truth. We will never truly walk on Proxima b. Our feet will never touch that alien soil. Hust. But is this really a sad truth? Or is it a beautiful one? Think about the things you love most. Often, we love them because they are out of reach. A memory of childhood. A person we lost. A sunset that has passed. Proxima b is the ultimate unrequited love. It sits there in the sky, perfect and untouched. If we went there, we might ruin it. We might bring our noise, our trash, our chaos. But because we cannot reach it, it stays pure. Please, let the planet remain a mystery. Let it be a painting on the ceiling of the universe that you can never take down. There is a deep relief in knowing that some things are not for us. Some doors are not meant to be opened. You do not need to possess the star to feel its warmth. You do not need to own the dream to sleep inside it. Appreciate the distance. Love the gap. Human beings are obsessed with arriving. We run races. We chase goals. We climb ladders. We are always trying to get from point A to point B. But tonight, the universe tells you, point B is impossible. You cannot get there. And because you cannot get there, you can stop running. Feel the muscles in your legs relax. You don't need them. Feel the ambition in your chest dissolve. You don't need it. This is the permission you have been waiting for. The permission to quit, not to give up in defeat, but to give up in peace. To say, I have gone far enough. I am done exploring. I am done searching. Proxima b is 25 trillion miles away. Let it stay there. You are right here, in your bed, and that is enough. You are enough. The striving is over. Think of the space between Earth and Proxima, not as a barrier, but as a buffer. A safety margin, like the moat around a castle. The wide, dark ocean of space protects us from the unknown. Whatever is happening on that red world, the flares, the storms, the strange black life, it cannot hurt you. It is happening on a screen that is light years wide. You are watching the movie from the safest seat in the house. The void absorbs the danger. The void absorbs the noise. Wrap that distance around you like a shield. 4.2 light years of silence. 4.2 light years of nothingness. Nothing can cross it to wake you up. You are insulated by the grander scale of physics. Sleep soundly behind the wall of the night. As we let go of the destination, our attention turns back to the source. We turn our mental telescope around. We stop looking out. We start looking in. The journey to the stars was just a distraction. The real universe is inside you. The real silence is inside your own chest. Earth. Drift back from the red star. Drift back through the interstellar medium. But do not wake up. Carry the silence with you. You are returning to your own center of gravity. You are the planet now. You are the one suspended in the dark, heavy, spinning slowly, full of secrets. You contain your own oceans, your own mountains, your own ice. Explore the inner world. It is just as vast, and it is much, much quieter. The signal from Proxima B is getting weak. The image of the red sun is blurring. It is becoming a smudge of color in the back of your mind. A soft red fuzz, like an old television turning off. The dot shrinks. Smaller, smaller. The connection is breaking, and that is good. Let the line go slack. Let the anchor drop into the deep. You are no longer a traveler. You are no longer an observer. You are just a consciousness floating in the static. The white noise of the universe is taking over. Hush, hush. The distance is accepted. The journey is abandoned. Rest now. In the nowhere, the tour is over. The observation deck is closed. The red star is gone. It is time to return to your quarters. It is time to prepare for the long voyage. Steed, imagine you are walking down the quiet corridor of the ship. The lights are dimming, one by one. Click, click, click. Darkness is following you, gently urging you forward. You reach your destination, the cryosleep chamber. Stee, in the center of the room lies your pod. It is made of white porcelain and glass. It looks like a bed, but it is more than a bed. It is a time machine. It is designed to hold you safe while the universe ages. Climb in. See, feel the mattress conform to your body. It is perfectly soft. It supports your neck, your back, your legs. You are lying in the very center of the ship, in the center of the silence. Lay your head back. Look up at the glass lid. It begins to lower, slowly, smoothly. With a soft hiss, the seal locks. You are enclosed. You are separated from the world. Nothing can touch you now. Now, we begin the shutdown sequence. Just as the ship turns off its main engines, you must turn off your engines. We will go through them, one by one. So, visual systems offline. Close your eyes. There is nothing left to see. The screen is black. Let the darkness fill your field of vision. Audio systems offline. Let the sounds of the room fade away. The hum of the ship becomes a lullaby that you stop hearing. It is just a vibration now. Motor systems offline. Send a command to your legs. Stand down. Send a command to your arms. Release. They are heavy, like lead. They are sinking into the gel of the pod. They no longer belong to you. They belong to gravity. This core processor offline. Your brain is the captain. Tell the captain to leave the bridge. Put the ship on autopilot. You do not need to steer anymore. The automatic systems will keep your heart beating. The automatic systems will keep your lungs breathing. You can walk away from the controls. Let go of the wheel. The ship knows the way. Feel the atmosphere in the pod changing. The preservation gas is filling the chamber. A cool, soothing mist. It swirls around your body. Listen. Imagine breathing it in. It is the gas of forgetfulness. With every breath, you forget a little more of the day. Inhale. Forget the morning. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Forget the evening. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Forget the name of the planet. Exhale. Let it go. Thunk. Your mind is becoming a blank slate. White. Clean. Empty. The mist is cooling your thoughts, slowing down the electrical signals. Everything is becoming vague. Everything is becoming distant. You are floating in a cloud of pure potential. No past, no future. Just the cool, suspended now. The journey ahead is long. 70,000 years to Proxima Centauri. But to you, it will feel like a single night. That is the magic of sleep. You close your eyes for a moment, and eons pass. Still, do not be afraid of the length of the journey. You have nowhere to be. You have no appointments to keep. The universe can spin 1 trillion times, and you will be safe in your pod. Let yourself drift into the deep time. You are a time traveler. You are skipping over the noise of history. You are skipping over the chaos of life. You are taking the shortcut through the void. drift, float, glide. The ship is moving through the dark. You are moving through the dream. They are the same thing. You are stardust returning to stardust, quietly, peacefully. Sapunira, the lights are out, the stars are out, the red eye is closed. There is only you and the silence, deep, ancient silence. Shh. Sleep now, traveler. Sleep now. The map is folded. The engine is cold. Drift. Long pause. Deep. Long pause. Sleep. Long pause. Sleep. Long pause. Ah, a fade to absolute silence.